Hi guys, before we get into the video, did you manage to check out the link for your pop-out poster? I received my poster and it's a must-have if you're an Arsenal fan, and it's available all around the world. I receive a tiny commission if you click and buy from the link in the description. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today's latest news headline is: eagle-eyed Arsenal fans spots Mesut Ozil sign ahead of North London derby against Tottenham. So the reports are stating that the Arsenal news includes an interesting nod to the Fenerbahce man in training as the Gunners prepare for Sunday's crucial Premier League clash against Tottenham Hotspur. Arsenal fans have spotted Alexandre Lacazette wearing Mesut Ozil apparel as the Frenchman prepares for Sunday's North London derby against Tottenham Hotspur. Ozil is a contentious figure among the Arsenal dressing room, with the German shipped out on a free transfer to Turkish side Fenerbahce in the January transfer window after being frozen out of the team for almost a year. Mesut Ozil started 10 Premier League matches under Mikel before lockdown last season. Then, coming out of lockdown, he was absent from a series of matchday squads. He did not play another minute that season and was then left out of the Premier League and Europa League squads ahead of the current campaign. Eventually, Mesut Ozil left the club in January. Alongside a series of other senior players, he have close ties with the German international. Sead Kolasinac and Shkodran Mustafi, two of Mesut Ozil's closer friends in the squad, joined Schalke, while Socrates, he was frozen out alongside Mesut Ozil in the first half of the season, joined Olympiacos on a free transfer. Matteo Guendouzi, who has spoken of Mesut Ozil's influence on him, was also loaned out last summer after falling out with Mikel during the latter weeks of last season. But that does not mean that Mesut Ozil's influence has left the Arsenal dressing room entirely, as supporters notice in this week's training photos. Ahead of Sunday's crucial North London derby, Alexandre Lacazette could be seen wearing an M10 branded bandage across his left fingers. The Arsenal striker played alongside Mesut Ozil since his arrival in North London in 2017. Some fans were a little surprised by his choice of apparel. "Who's your number 10 now?" one jokingly asked on Reddit. Another said, "Already an Ødegaard fan, I see." Other fans were not as concerned, probably got some that were given out by Mesut before he left, lol, not being a big deal, one concluded, to which another replied, "Mesut Ozil had a serious injury, maybe he's showing support." Or maybe it's true that Ozil was outcasted by Arsenal for comments about Uyghurs. Either way, I don't see anything wrong with it if it's a sign of support for Mesut Ozil. Furthermore, Lacazette and Arsenal will be desperate to win on Sunday afternoon. The Gunners currently sit 7 points behind Spurs, meaning a win would make the final stages of the season interesting as they look to secure European football. However, should they slip 10 points behind their rivals, it could well lead to a 5th straight season finishing below Spurs, something that was almost inconceivable during Arsene Wenger's tenure. So the latest reports are stating that there is something which eagle-eyed Arsenal fans have spotted, and that is a sign related to Mesut Ozil, who is in the news as well just recently for the wrong reasons. And this is because of Alexandre Lacazette and something he has done crucially, which may have some argument positively and negatively. And when it comes to Alexandre Lacazette, he is seen wearing, as seen in the previous pictures, I have shown clearly of Alexandre Lacazette's bandage having the M10 branded logo on his fingers. And you can clearly see there is something missing in this scenario. So previously, we saw Alexandre Lacazette wearing this bandage as a sign, in my opinion, as a symbolism to showing some good luck, as when Nicolas Pepe wore the bandage around his two fingers, you saw how good he was when it comes to the game against Wolves and the games after that game onwards. So at first thought, it could mean a sign of luck and a sign of symbolism to make sure there's positive vibes and a good chance for the player wearing it, in my opinion. But then this is where there's a little bit of controversy, because I don't want to go straight into the politics behind it or nothing related to it, but I think Mesut Ozil has created something at the Arsenal training ground, at the Arsenal team, that makes his influence on these players very large. And we don't know if the Arsenal hierarchy is against Mesut Ozil or if there's any controversy between these two players, and I think it's something that should be looked at very closely, because you got the likes of Sead Kolasinac, Mustafi, Matteo Guendouzi, Socrates, all literally related with Mesut Ozil, now all leaving the club on either on a permanent transfer or on loan. And now this is the same regarding to Alexandre Lacazette, and he's someone that's been linked with a transfer away from the Gunners in the summer transfer window, and he's someone that has close ties with Mesut Ozil, as we saw from the bandage he wore branding Mesut Ozil's brand. And we can see here that I think there is something related with Mesut Ozil to all these departures, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys agree with this situation. If you guys do, make sure you guys leave it in the comments below. What do you think about Mesut Ozil's influence on these Arsenal players? And is Mikel Arteta wiping everyone that has a solid connection with Mesut Ozil? But this is something that will be hopefully worked out by you guys, as we can already see that you guys are much more smart when it comes to me at finding these tiny little things. As even when I did my 5 things spotted or 4 things spotted in Arsenal's latest training, we couldn't figure that one out. But as long as you guys are figuring it out, it's something that is important in terms of my opinion. But the bigger picture is, in my opinion, this is something that we have to leave aside, in my opinion. We don't know what's going in the inside the Arsenal training ground, inside the Arsenal team, and we don't know anything regarding that. But regarding what's more important today is the North London derby, and Arsenal have to win this game, in my opinion, because I don't want to be behind Tottenham. And that's it, guys, for today. Make sure you guys remain blessed, stay tuned for the next video, and peace.